Hello and welcome to Rappler Talk Entertainment. I'm Amanda Lago. So, folk pop band Ben&Ben are known for tugging or sometimes yanking on the heartstrings of their listeners with songs that speak about love and longing and grief. And it's no different for their latest singles, Upuan and Magpahinga. They released these songs just this May, and they're here with me right now to talk about the making of the tracks and the stories behind them. So please welcome Agnes, Paolo, Miguel, and Andrew of Ben and Ben. Hi guys.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello. Instead of
Hi.
Agnes, we have Pat
Hi, ako po
today.
si
Ay,
Pat.
sorry.
No, it's
It's
alright.
alright.
It's
It's alright.
okay. It happens a lot.
So, hi guys. What's up?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, thanks for having us.
Let's talk about your songs. Let's jump right into it. So, Upuan, you released this in May 7, but you wrote this back in 2019 sa Dumaguete pa after a show. So, can you take us back to that moment? Like, how did the song begin?
Well, yung upuan is it's an interesting story because the story of the song is very different from how it was arranged, and the song was written, as you've said, in 2019. 2019, tama, 2019. After a gig in Dumaguete. Tapos parang naisip lang namin na ang sarap balikan nung ganong playful and so young and naive and um yon yung mga panahong yun ng buhay natin na yung simpleng pag-upo mo lang at meron kang nakatabi na may nararamdaman kang tension dahil gusto mo may gusto ka sa katabi mo or iniisip mo ba kung meron din ba siyang gusto sa'yo. Lalo na nung kunyari nung time na may face-to-face classes pa. So naalala namin yung mga times na yun nung bata kami. And we wrote a song out of it. And for the longest time, nakatabi lang yung song na parang, sige someday baka pwede natin siyang ilabas.
Hmm.
Then, in 2020 last year, when we just moved in together, we were starting to jam and just feel out like yung vibes ng lahat. Tapos si Andrew, kwento mo kung paano nangyari yung
May
arrangement.
ano ba, specific moment yun?
In the last house we were staying in, yung jamming area kasi, yung windows niya may overlooking na sobrang sobrang gandang nature. So parang when we were jamming it for the first time after a long time. Kasi yung Upuan is one of those songs that parang pinarinig sa amin when it was being written like months and months before. So parang by the time that we actually started to jam it, ang dami na naming ideas, ang dami na naming feelings about the song. So when we finally got to jam it nga, and then we saw all this wonderful nature, parang it just all came out, yung playfulness, the uh, enjoyment of the scenery, yung themes of like exploration, adventure, fun.
Hmm.
Uh, so we feel like that song was just something na we were able to like not naman flex pero like really just enjoy in creating and enjoy in playing it together and saktong-sakto na yung message ng song eventually fit that playful vibe.
Hmm.
So it was just a matter of putting the arrangement and then the song meaning together, then poof,
Hmm.
nice.
So, sumakto talaga yung parang playfulness nung environment niyo dun sa story nung kanta, no? And it's a love song. Like, yun nga, it's that sino ba naman hindi naka-experience nun na parang yung katabi mo, 'di ba, iniisip mo kung type ka. But and you guys are known for your love songs. You've like written every aspect of the romantic experience. What makes love such a rich topic for you guys to write about?
Well, one of the reasons why there are so many love songs in the world is because I think everyone experiences love in so many different ways. Like there's an endless uh, amount of ways to experience love, and love in itself also has so many different aspects. Na parang uh, there just seems to be no end to talking about it or writing about it or being able to put it into words kasi nga yung love is such a complex feeling. Ano
Mm.
pa?
Tsaka hindi lang siya nalilimit actually sa romantic love eh. Kumbaga, iba-ibang klaseng pagmamahal yung pwede mong maramdaman. At yung mga malapit sa amin, tapos kinakwento nila how our songs affect them, especially how the love songs affect them. It's interesting to know na hindi lang siya palaging tungkol sa kilig or like sa heartbreak or tungkol sa ganyan. A lot of them din na parang, mas minahal ko yung parents ko because of this. Mas
Oh.
minahal ko yung aso ko because of this. Yung
Oh.
mga ganun, na parang ang daming pwedeng saklawin ng tema ng pagmamahal.
Mhm. I'm curious, anong song yun na may mas minahal nila yung aso nila because of that?
Parang may nagsabi kasi nun na parang patatawarin na niya yung aso niya kahit kinakagat
Oh.
niya yung tsinelas niya palagi. Nakalimutan ko na kung anong song yun eh. Basta parang ganun lang yung na-feel niya. I think it was part of our first album. Tapos may mga nag-share sa amin na nakakatawa lang.
Nice. So, yung Upuan, yun nga, you wrote it in 2019, tas parang nakompleto nyo siya, yung arrangement, I guess, in 2020, tama ba? What
Yes.
made you decide to, siguro, pull that song? Kasi nga, na-mention nyo na, itong experience na dinidepict sa song, parang, nung may face-to-face classes pa. So, it seems like a long time ago now, dahil tagal natin nasa pandemic. So,
Yeah.
anong naisip nyo na halukayan yung song? Like, why that song? And why bring it out now?
I think it's because of a lot of elements and factors in what's happening right now, especially to students. For Upuan, our team made a whole campaign out of it na parang we dressed up in uniforms and
Mm,
naka-graduation outfit kami. Tapos, in
ang
a
cute
way,
nga.
since we know that a lot of our audience din ay mga kabataan at karamihan sa kanila alam namin na hindi na probably yung iba nami-miss din yung experience ng face to face. Probably yung iba hindi na nila siguro maalala kung ano yung feeling nun. Gusto naming in our own little and simple way maibalik sa kanila yung ganong feeling. And that's why we decided to release Upuan in a time like this kasi yun nga our sources of joy, of happiness and of like hope are pakonti na sila ng pakonti at gusto
Mm,
naming makadagdag doon sa ganong ano experience na uy ganito dati at sana in some way mabalik siya in the future parang ganun.
mm, true. So, you guys had to, yun nga, nag-campaign kayo. So, ang cute nung ano eh, nung photo shoot na naka-uniform kayo, lahat tas yung grad pics nyo and stuff. I'm sure
Yeah,
may, yeah, I'm sure may lumabas na memories doon from your school days. Maybe each of you guys can share. Let's start with Pat, like, and going down the line, like, any particular memory that you cherish na naalala mo doing that campaign?
Ano, eh, puro kalokohan lang naalala ko, eh. Um, ano kasi ako, eh, nung high school, like, super good student. I mean, hindi yung smart student. Like, I'm just the average girl in an all-girls school. Eh, wala, yung sakto lang. Tapos, I would get my energy off of yung mga kaklase ko na mahilig mag-joke. So, this one memory that I love sharing over and over again is nung second year high school ako, um, meron kasi akong classmate na ano talaga, mahilig siya mag-prank. Like, siya yung tipong naglalagay ng bato sa bag or nagtatago ng sapatos, ganyan. Tapos during this one class, math yun eh. Second year, yeah, I think I said it na kanina, na second year high school yung nangyari. Tapos nakikita ko kasi yung mga kaklase ko, tumitingin sila sa taas, isa-isa sila ganyan. Tapos napansin ko na nagpapass sila ng note. So, isa-isa
Mm.
sila, ganyan. 1, 2. Tapos nagtataka ko bakit, hanggang sa nakarating na sa akin yung note. Tapos pagbukas ko, kalagay, may tibak sa ceiling fan, ipasa mo. So, syempre, lingon din ako, di ba? Pero wala akong ceiling fan sa classroom. So,
Oh
yung
my
teacher
God.
siguro during that time, nagtataka lang siya, parang, girls? Siguro ganyan yung feeling ng teacher namin nung time na yun. Wala, ayun, kalokohan.
Sino kaya nagpasimuno nun? Shout out sa person na nagpasimuno nun.
Oh, Shout out sa prof ko, sorry.
Anyone else?
Ano yung tanong ulit? Sorry.
High school memory
Oh.
or college? Any school memory?
Ako nung high school, parang yung first na, naging girl best friend ko nung second year high school. Eventually, naging crush ko siya. Yun lang.
Parang yun ba yung nag-inspire sa upuan na song?
Siguro, pwede. Ako naman, ang naalala ko ay yung first day ko ever sa school, ever. So, prep kami nun. Tapos,
Oh,
ah syempre kasama ko pa yung lola ko nun. Tapos, hinatid niya ako sa school all the way to the classroom. Tapos pumasok ako sa classroom. Tapos, umupo ako dun sa pinakalikod, dun sa corner. Tapos, sobrang comfortable na ako. Nilabas ko yung baon ko na cheese and mayonnaise sandwich. Tapos, nakikipagkwentuhan na ako sa mga katabi ko, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, only to find out na naubos ko na yung sandwich ko at lahat. Maling section pala yung napasukan ko.
oh my God.
So, so nalatag ko na lahat ng gamit ko, tapos tapos biglang, nung nag-attendance na, parang hindi ko naririnig yung pangalan ko. Tapos nakita ko yung lola ko sa labas. Yun pala maling section yung napuntahan ko.
Oh,
So, nilipat ako ng section. Yun lang yung sa akin.
Yung akin, yung when I was in college kasi I joined an org called AMP. It was a music org sa Ateneo. Tapos there is an event after yung recruitment na it's like a hangout wherein ang dami-daming events, ang daming activities. May rock band and guitar hero. Tapos meron ding mga new members na nagja-jamming. Tapos I
fun.
remember very vividly na naglalaro ako ng rock band. I was playing drums. Tapos biglang may isang girl na kumakanta sa side. May suot siyang poncho na white and blue stripes. Tsaka shorts. Tapos
Specific.
kinakanta niya yung Put Your Records On ni Corinne Bailey Rae. Tapos eventually, naging fiancé ko siya.
Aww.
Yan ang
Ganda.
aking story.
Ang ganda nung ending nung story. Well, hindi pa siya ending. Pero like, ang ganda nung progression niya. Nice. So, yun yung, I guess, that's upuan. Like, it's sort of like that nostalgic, delightful song. Yung Magpahinga naman, which is your next song that you released nung May 14. It's I guess it's a bit different kasi mas parang tearjerker siya. And Pat, it started with the piano, right? Like, naging heavy feature yung piano. Can you tell us about how it all began?
Okay. When we moved here to the second house, naririnig-rinig ko na tinutugtog ni Pau yung song na to sa piano. And I would wonder kung anong song siya. Yun pala, it was something he wrote the week before. Tapos na-curious ako kasi it sounded so heavy but light at the same time.
Mhm.
Tapos, hanggang sa inaral ko na siya and then I put my own flavor. Wow, flavor. I put my own flavor into it. Tapos, yung recording niya, first time actually na natuloy na nag-record kami on a live piano talaga. Tapos, yeah, the piano is kind of out of tune. If very OC ka sa if perfect pitch ka, malalaman mo out of tune siya. But we decided to push through with it anyway because we have become like super attached to this piano already, and it has already given us so many memories kahit ilang weeks pa lang kami dito. So yeah, I love
So
it.
yeah, ang ganda na, like, honestly, I didn't know it was out of tune because hindi naman ako musician. But ang ganda na may ganong element siya. So parang may quirkiness din yung kanta. Like, there's something not perfect about it.
There is charm in imperfection.
Yeah. So it started with the music and then the lyrics came after?
Yeah. Pero halos sabay din siya. Kasi it started with an experience. Uh,
Mm.
kasi I think nitong late March, a lot of us were really feeling heavy, and then we're also going through some personal struggles. Like for example, kami ni Miguel, sister got COVID. So kumbaga, things like that
Mm.
inspired the song. And kumbaga, eh, nowadays talaga, these times, parang it's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking na you have to, kumbaga, never stop fighting the battles that you're facing right now, which is true, but rest is included in that
Mm.
process. Because, kumbaga, kung tuloy-tuloy ka lang, eventually maubos ka rin talaga. So,
Mm.
that is what magpahinga is about. It's about reminding people that it's okay to rest. And
Mm.
that seems such a simple reminder, but eventually we realized within ourselves that it's much needed. And then eventually we found out that, oh, people actually needed to be reminded about that these
Mm.
times. Yan pa.
Yeah, for sure. Like, when it came out, sobrang, I guess, in a way, sakto yung timing kasi it was that period of time na may surge in cases. Well, hanggang ngayon, I mean, yeah, may surge nga recently. And, just everything, just, I think people were experiencing yung burnout. So, saktong-sakto na, reminder, magpahinga. And you mentioned nga na it came out of your own personal, like, experiences also. How do you approach, like, writing about subjects like that na parang, writing about heavy things without, like, I guess, while still respecting the experience that you go through, if that makes sense.
Ang ganda. Ganda ng question. First time namin matanong yan. Ah. So, thank you. Thanks for that. Uh, I think, that's, come to think of it. I think a lot of it has to do with, kasi the way that it usually happens to us is, ano, we go through the experience, and then
Mm.
we somehow, by God's grace, find our way out of it.
Mm.
And then, kumbaga, after a short period of time, then parang something happens, and it becomes a song. And
Mm.
kumbaga, I think over the years we kind of found a way, both um, lyrically and musically as a band, to really make the stories that we write something that feels so real to us because it's real and we experienced it. But at the same time, it's also everyone's story
Mm.
through
Yeah.
the details actually. So kumbaga, through that, kumbaga, we get to realize this truth na somehow maybe we are made to experience both blissful and painful things because ano eh somehow when these experiences get translated to anything that comes from the work that we put in, and kumbaga, in terms of turning that inspiration into something, whether that's art, whether it's a painting, whether it's a dance, it's a film,
Mm.
it's a poetry, or it's music, like in our case. Kumbaga, ano eh, uh, then we realize that maybe kaya natin napagdadaanan yung mga ganong bagay so that we can connect and be
Mm.
there for other people and relate to them.
Mm.
And kumbaga, we hold that truth in us, and that's why we're able to really just keep going with what we do in terms of like our music, because yeah, we believe that ano uh experiences, it's just that it's there for that purpose, specifically for the
Mm.
nine of us.
I think
Yeah.
to add to that then, it's so important to acknowledge your vulnerabilities. It I don't think you can uh, bring justice to writing about heavy topics if you keep yourself from feeling those things. So, uh,
Yeah.
yun, that's a short tidbit about it.
Yeah. So parang also like putting it to music kind of processes the experience, I guess. Nice. And it's nice that you're able to reach out to all your listeners through your songs. Um, and Magpahinga came with a video. Let's talk about the music video. Kasi sobrang ano eh, it's a short film essentially. Tas grabe, Joel Torre, Bella Padilla, tas talagang tearjerker siya. Where did the concept come from? Did you guys have any input on the concept?
Well, yes. Yung but we'd like to also acknowledge the people who really wrote and put together the concept then which is yung director si Jorel Lising at si Anton Umali. Um, I think that came from a session wherein ano ba yung gusto nating ipakita visually from this song? And I think ang magandang lumabas dun ay yung kwento ng music video na Magpahinga, which is basically a father's uh, love for his daughter na ano to, na kung makita mo yung struggle nila in that situation na yung daughter gusto niyang magpagaling at gusto niyang lumaban up until nahihirapan na rin siya. Tapos yung
Mhm.
father, nakikita mo rin yung struggle niya nung pag-aalaga dun sa anak niya. And ano I think what we want to say through that video, all of us in the team, is wag natin kalimutang yung mga nag-aalaga rin sa atin, whether they be our
Mm.
loved ones, our parents, or frontliners, napapagod din sila at kailangan
Mhm.
din natin silang alalahanin. Tapos
Yeah.
yun, I think everything just fell into place when Sir Joel and si Bella came in kasi they really gave justice to the roles na sobrang ibang alam mo yun, yung walang salitang kailangan para maparamdam yung emosyon na dun sa mga karakter nila. Kumbaga mata pa lang sinasabi na niya lahat. At ang galing
Mm-mm.
nung ginagawa nila. So sobrang hands down sa kanila kasi karangalan na makatrabaho sila.
Yeah. So ang ganda nga no, that you mentioned it. I mean, that the video adds another layer to the song. Kasi yung song parang magpahinga ikaw. Pero with the video parang also magpahinga yung mga nag-aalaga sa'yo. Parang
Oo.
ganon. Ganda.
Mismo.
So, yeah. So everyone who's watching, if you haven't seen the video, it's on YouTube.
Yes,
Um,
please watch the video. It's out
yeah.
now everywhere.
And the songs are on all digital platforms. Upuan and
Yeah.
Magpahinga. So these songs will be part of your upcoming sophomore album. Tama ba?
Yep.
And I think you mentioned in a different press release na parang new era na you're in a new era right now musically, and I think we can hear it in the songs, like I think in Magpahinga parang with the piano na ganun, parang new era na nga siya. So where do you see your music headed now that you've been experimenting?
Well, we can't say much yet, but kaya kami nagtatawa kasi hindi namin alam kung ano yung magiging reaction ng mga tao pag narinig nila yung bago naming
Talaga
stuff.
ba?
Pero na-excite kami at the same time. It's very different, definitely,
Hmm.
and it's very diverse. But what that means, we probably can't reveal it yet. Um,
Ooh.
yun, hindi lang sa tunog, definitely sa tunog din, but also sa mga tema, sa kung sino yung kumakanta, basta
Oh.
madaming
So,
iba-ibang mga pasabog dyan. So, we'll announce a lot more of it soon because we're planning to release it, fingers crossed, by the month of August. So, for
ooh.
sure, habang lumalapit yung August, mag-a-announce kami.
Exciting, exciting. Yay! So in the meantime, yeah, I guess people can stream your songs on digital platforms. Follow you. Where can they follow you?
Well, our songs are out everywhere on all streaming platforms of your preference, on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everywhere. And yun, well, actually, we'd like to take the time to thank everyone who've been streaming our music ever since, guys. Sobrang dami nyo at sobrang grabe yung suporta nyo at maraming salamat kasi nakaka-motivate din as an artist to just keep on going and keep on making stuff that resonates with you guys and comes from the depths of our hearts. So please follow us if you haven't yet everywhere on these platforms, Ben and Ben Music, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well, Ben and Ben Music. And watch out for everything that we'll be putting out soon. Marami kami ilalabas.
Yay! Exciting times ahead. Thank you guys for chatting with us, and
Thank you,
yeah,
thank you. Salamat. Thanks for having
congratulations.
us.
Yeah. And thanks everyone for tuning in. That was Ben and Ben.